we include recommender systems functionality. So, we're kind of familiar with this idea from the likes of Amazon, recommending similar products. In the case of Curatr, what we're doing is for each volume in the corpus, we provide users with lists of other volumes which are similar in terms of their textual content. So they contain similar words and phrases. So, for example, a volume here that relates to volume 1 of a history of the city of Dublin. If we click on Find Similar Volumes, we're presented with a list of up to 50 other volumes that relate to historical accounts of the city of Dublin. The way in which we do this is we effectively have pre-calculated the similarities between all pairs of volumes, which allows us to deliver these recommendations in real time. There's another aspect of recommendation as well that we include in the system, and this is a keyword recommendation. So if you enter certain words for your search, you're able to then, you're presented with alternative search keywords that are semantically similar to your original search. In the area of search, this is sometimes referred to as query expansion. We're using a NLP, natural language processing technique called word embeddings, where we've built a model on the corpus. So we've used all of the text from the English language subset of the British Library corpus, and that allows us to identify semantically similar pairs of words. So, for example, if the user has searched for influenza, then we recommend that they could also try pneumonia, bronchitis, pleurisy, and so on. It's interesting that in some cases, say, for example, the example of Dublin here, we can see the first recommendation is Belfast, makes sense. But the second recommendation there, D-U-B-U-N, corresponds to a misspelling of the word Dublin, which probably arose due to the OCR issues. So not only does the keyword recommendation functionality allow us to identify semantically related keywords, but also identify issues where there are common OCR misspellings of words. There's another example there for Italian, and we can then find text that perhaps we might not have been able to find due to the OCR issues. Another way that we wanted to allow researchers to explore the corpus was by classification. So as it happens from, I think, between 1823 and 1985, the British Library had a topical index of shelf marks that basically recorded the physical arrangement of books in the library. And there were different levels in that index. So there are top level classifications, things like fiction, geography, medicine, but then you can go down another level and another level. For example, in geography, you can look at texts that relate to the geography of Ireland and Scotland. Previously, there was no digital version of the index, just a scan of a typewriter typed 1987 version. So using a combination of OCR and manual annotation, we were able to extract the top 2 levels of this particular index. And then we were able to classify all of the texts from the British Library by linking the press marks in the index to the shelf marks that we have in our corpus metadata. And it means then that we have now integrated this index in Curatr, and we're able to, if you're interested in searching only in fiction, you can choose that level of classification. If you're interested in maybe being a bit more nuanced, you can look at, say, English 3-volume novels, English 2-volume novels, so on, and you can limit your search results. So this is all about, finding the needle in the haystack, going from this a very large collection of documents to a subset of documents where we can focus in on particular types of texts that are in the corpus.